Did I ever tell you of the tale that you could always be so back if you just wanted to? If you just said, like, yo, I'm so back, like, you could totally be that. I'm gonna type my password in, and I don't need you guys to try and find the code through my glasses, so yeah. But anyway, let me tell you a prime example of this so back and how you can just be so back. Like, at the drop of a hat, you could be so back. I was watching Sparkle, right? That movie's great. The old one. And they was Sparkle, she had lost her sparkle, right? She had went through something traumatic, right? Really sad. I felt for her. I did. Sparkle, she's a singer, she's an artist. But after this, she lost her sister. She was like, nah, I can't even. She ain't no more. And then her man and her mom were like, nah, but shawty, you have to get up there. You gotta sparkle, 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 sparkle. You gotta sparkle, sparkle. And so Sparkle was like, okay, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. And then she got up on that stage and she was sparkling. And she kind of like embodied her sister, the nature of her sister, and kind of revived her, you know, with her singing, with her just continuing to live on. And to me, that's like, okay, exactly though. Like, nothing is ever really lost. You know, I can go through trials and tribulations, I can go through a period of darkness, but my spark, my fire, my zest, my passion, my lust for life still remains, you know, and I can activate it. Like I said, at any moment, I can be so back, and all I have to do is just snap my finger and be like, but that fire in me, though, let's crank it up. Let's crank it up. Like I said, you're never really lost. Because where did you go? It just appeared that you had been separated from yourself. But no, like I said, it was just an illusion. You can always reunite and reconcile. And bam, here you are. And let me tell you another thing though, how I feel is like I might have went through some contrasting events. Are those necessarily all bad? I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like how the butterfly needs the cocoon. I needed that period of isolation because I was regenerating, you know, and maybe I learned these lessons through these particular circumstances, but like I said, that didn't steal from me or take away from me. I'm still here. I'm so back. What are you talking about? Because first of all, I was never left. I was never taken. I just thought I had lost myself. And I'm realizing that was all a lie. And so here I am back, ready to shine and bursting out of my cocoon. And I'm like, hello, what's up? You know? You can be so back. You can just be so back if you say the word, just be back. And on the journey to being back, listen, one thing I noticed is like, it'll probably be small steps, you know, like, okay, returning to the things that you love, like, simple as that. And beginning to pour back into yourself, taking care of yourself, self-care. And I don't just mean products, buying products. I mean like actual self-care, like nurturing yourself. Like, that's what I mean. Yeah. And then as you start to, you know what I'm saying, go back, go into the root and speak affirmations over that, speak love and light over that, you gonna see the whole 360 transformation. You gonna see this plant sprout from the soil because the seed was in the ground. You are always so back. you could always be so back because you've always been here. Do you get what I'm saying? I think you do. But anyway,